Members' motion with no legislative effect. Members who wish to speak, please press the Request to Speak button. The Council will proceed to a debate on Mr. Tommy CHUNG's motion on promoting the creation of a commodity trading ecosystem and the development of the physical delivery futures market. Two members will move amendments to the motion. This Council will proceed to a joint debate on the motion and the amendments. I will first call upon Mr. Tommy CHUNG to speak and move the motion. Then I will call upon Mr. Jonathan Stuart LAMPORT and Mr. Ray Wong to speak in sequence, but they may not move the amendments at this stage. The joint debate now begins, and I'll call upon Mr. Tommy CHUNG to speak and move the motion. Mr. Tommy CHUNG. President, the flow of commodity is very important. There are geopolitical tensions, supply chain shockwaves, fluctuations, and so on. The stability and security of a supply chain has become a very core issue of different economies around the world. China is the world's largest producer and consumer of non-ferrous metals, gold, silver, aluminum. These materials have a burgeoning demand. The battery development requires a lot of resources. Against this backdrop, the National 15th Five-Year Plan explicitly supports for the first time Hong Kong development into a commodity trading ecosystem and the physical delivery futures market. The construction of an ecosystem for commodities and the development of the physical delivery futures market will help our country's development. This will also cement our status as an international financial, trading, and shipping center. Therefore, I move this motion on fostering a commodity trading ecosystem and advancing the physical delivery futures market. Hong Kong's need to dovetail with National 15th Five-Year Plan, and we need to add vitality to our plan. That is the inaugural 5-year plan for Hong Kong. The following are my suggestions. We do have the conditions and 3 core strengths when it comes to fostering a commodity trading ecosystem. We have the LME London Metal Exchange and CME Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They have professional warehouse logistic facilities, and these provide a safeguard for the commodity trading system in Hong Kong. We have a mature shipping port, multimodal transport network, ensure that the goods in Hong Kong can be imported into and exported out of Hong Kong into the Chinese mainland. And we have seen double-digit significant growth in our cargo throughput. And we even hit a historical high in 2025 when it comes to the overall export of merchandise. We have a comprehensive Hong Kong cross-boundary logistics network. We also have a robust financial infrastructure and system. We have a highly mature market mechanism. According to the World Wealth Report, in 2025, Hong Kong for the first time became the largest CTC, that is corporate treasury center in the world. We handled as much as 75% of offshore renminbi settlement amount. We also have the largest offshore renminbi pool around the world. As at the end of February, renminbi savings totaled $1.2 trillion. We have a mature common law system, which is in line with the international trade rules. This has provided a stable foundation for cross-boundary and cross-border transactions. We have an international commercial court which will see the handling of cross-boundary commercial disputes. This can provide safeguards to both parties of commodity trading. This will enhance the appeal and credibility of Hong Kong being a commodity trading ecosystem and hub. My suggestions are as follows. We need to further develop the commodity warehouse distribution. Hong Kong is developing itself into an international gold trading center at full pelt. The Hong Kong government should render full support to the Airport Authority Hong Kong in developing an all-in-one gold logistics trading hub that combines different strengths. We need to set aside some land to develop commodity trading or commodity warehouses with a suitable plot ratio with LME and CME requirements and qualifications. We need to meet the relevant load-bearing requirements and loading requirements. We need to build eligible or qualified, highly intelligent electronic warehouses. We need to seize upon opportunities for development. We need to get ahead of our competitors in the Asia-Pacific region. The Hong Kong Exchange should relaunch and optimize the gold futures market. At the same time, we also need to extend it to other materials such as silver, precious metals, and so on. This will meet our national demands for precious metals and new industrial raw materials. This will enhance our commodity pricing power of Hong Kong in the world. We also need to promote offshore renminbi-denominated commodities. By so doing, we can develop Hong Kong into a physical delivery futures market, and we can enhance our international competitiveness. We also need to enhance the liquidity of renminbi. I suggest that we, through LME, introduce offshore renminbi-denominated futures contracts. We need to develop Hong Kong into a platform between the Chinese mainland and the world. We also need to encourage Southeast Asia, Middle East, Middle Asia, Africa, and so on to take part in the commodity trading in Hong Kong as well as renminbi-denominated bonds. At the same time, we need to develop renminbi financing products. This way, we can enhance the commodity trading ecosystem industrial chain, and this will form a virtuous cycle. We also need to provide more tax concessions regarding commodity traders and marine service providers. We need to provide half-rate tax concessions, and we need to extend these concessions to different providers when it comes to logistics, transportation, and commodity storage. Profit tax rate about 5% need to be introduced. We need to be on the same par with Singapore. Matching the Global Trader Program implemented in Singapore. We also need to take into account ESG requirements. We need to achieve synergistic development. We need to attract cross-boundary commodity traders to establish a foothold in Hong Kong. We also need to establish a cross-departmental coordination mechanism. At present, we have a strategic committee on commodities led by the Financial Secretary. I further recommend that the Hong Kong government should set up a cross-departmental workforce comprising different policy bureaus. It should focus on fostering a commodity trading ecosystem in Hong Kong. We also need to work on transportation fund. For non-ferrous metals, we need to explore facilitating measures for bulk cargo. They should be allowed to be carried over the boundary in batches or in bulk cargo so that we can achieve data sharing with the Chinese mainland. We need to allay the concerns over any suspicions over these tradings or cargo movements. We need to make Hong Kong a competitive hub with high efficiency. We need to reduce the consolidated costs for traders, and this is exactly how we can get ahead of our competitors. This way, we can become a commodity and physical delivery hub. Thank you. Mr. Tommy CHUNG, please move your motion. President, I move that the motion as printed on the agenda be passed. And I propose the question to you that the motion moved by Mr. Tommy CHUNG be passed.
Mr. Jonathan Stuart LAMPORT. President, first, I thank Mr. Tommy CHUNG for moving this motion. Our association and BPA attaches great importance to this topic. 10 years ago, we already raised this issue, and we have been exploring this topic for many years. We support commodity trading. Geopolitical situation is complex, and commodity trading prices have skyrocketed. According to the National 15 Five-Year Plan, we have to enhance our status as an international financial center. So we have to move with the times and actively expand into the new blue ocean of commodity trading and physical delivery. I'd like to talk about silver trading today. Traditionally, when we speak about precious metals, we focus on gold. However, we should not neglect the value of silver. Silver has dual attributes. It is a conventional asset for hedging risks. It's also a kind of industrial metal. With energy transformation around the world and the surge of new energy vehicles, we need a lot of silver. And our country is the largest silver consumption country. In neighboring GBA cities, there are the most complete new energy supply chains, and this kind of demand for silver presents us with opportunity to build an ecosystem. Our country is also one major silver manufacturing country. A lot of them are exported to Hong Kong. So we have the conditions to build ourselves into a silver trading hub. We need clear directions for the industries. However, it is worth noting that silver trading is different. Silver with the same value, its size is much larger than that of gold, and it is counted in tons. So it requires a lot of storage space. High security storage facilities in Hong Kong are top tiered. However, rent is expensive, and there is not enough capacity for silver trading. So we need to be strategic and visionary and continue to develop infrastructure. We need to coordinate the building of high-quality, high-security storage facilities for silver trading with international certification. We also have to expand modern logistics facilities in order to accommodate the needs for silver trading. Apart from hardware, we also have to develop a multimodal transport network. We have to facilitate customs clearance at the cross-boundary crossing of the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. We have to attract multinational corporations and giants to come. We also have to reduce costs for futures trading to enhance our competitiveness. Also, we have to enhance our laws and regulations to improve the regulatory regime for financial derivatives in order to manage risks. Also, I agree with Mr. Tommy CHUNG. We have to dovetail with national strategies to promote the development of offshore RMB. We have to roll out futures contracts denominated in RMB, and we have to roll out exchange rates for hedging risks to promote RMB internationalization. Lastly, we need a cross-departmental mechanism within the government. We have to consult the industry extensively to address the needs of the market. If we work together, we will be able to build Hong Kong into an international gold and precious metal trading center, and we can also extend this ecosystem to other commodities. Then we can become Asia Pacific's or the world's commodity trading hub and inject new impetus into our economy. I so submit. I hope members will support my amendment. Mr. Ray Wong. President, I thank Mr. Tommy CHUNG for the motion. Currently, we have the LME certified storage. The first two storages are recognized and accredited by Chicago CME in April, and one of them has the accreditation for physical deliveries. So it means that we have the facility in place. However, competition is fierce. If we stick to the old model, we will only make small profit. So we have to position ourselves as a storage hub and transform ourselves. This is the core of my amendment. The Industry Association in Hong Kong back in 2024 has been suggesting the government to promote RMB-denominated commodity trading. Last year, the Strategic Committee was established, and I have the following 6 suggestions. First, we have to plan the Northern Metropolis. We need to set up an expert committee for top-level design. Hong Kong has the geographical advantages. We can build a commodity industry park there, and we can include logistics as well as storage facilities with accreditation there. This can address the needs of the industry, and we can dovetail with international standards. We need an expert committee led by the government so that we can gather the feedback and expertise from the industry experts and representatives. We need guidance for long-term development. Second, we need to bring in Central Asian resources and global experts and talent. In order to build a commodity trading ecosystem, we need a huge talent pool. We need targeted measures to attract experts and talent from Kazakhstan as well as other Belt and Road countries, so that we have talent specialized in storage as well as management and quality control. The CE should leverage the cooperation framework with Central Asia. We should bring in professors to Hong Kong to offer programs and courses so as to train up talent with knowledge in certification as well as product quality control. Third, we have to dovetail with the Singapore's tax system and roll out a profit tax rate to 5%. The government will roll out an 8.25% of profit tax rate. However, it only covers 10% of the trade, and it cannot benefit multinational corporations. Compared with Singapore's Global Trader Program, which cover physical commodity, and the profit tax rate is as low as 5%, we need to make a breakthrough. We need to cover high standard green commodity trading and lower the profits tax rate to 5%. We should learn from Singapore and extend the tax incentive to cover logistics service provider as well as the relevant operators. Fourth, we need to enhance risk management and RMB denomination and settlement. A lot of the commodities are denominated in currencies, and we cannot cope with risks brought by exchange rate. We have many commodity derivative products, and we can promote RMB settlement so that we can provide efficient and effective hedging platform. We can also make use of LME passport platform to disclose product carbon footprint. This can help enhance the pricing mechanism, and then we can have the pricing power so that we can become a price setter for international green commodity trading. Fifth, we should make use of digital technologies. I have 20 years of experience with industrial transformation. Paper form bills of lading can lead to high financing costs, and therefore SMEs cannot take out loans from banks. Government should take the lead and promote blockchain technologies in the Northern Metropolis so as to build a mechanism for tracking products. Also, we should have tokenized RWA to build a financing chain to address SMEs' difficulties in financing. Sixth, we have to deepen our professional services and build a dispute resolution mechanism. Commodity trading involves complex products and storage standards. We should make use of our common law systems and promote quality control. I hope that the IOMED can build a commodity trading related mediator register. I so submit. Thank you.
Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury. President, first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Tommy CHUNG for moving this motion on promoting the creation of a commodity trading ecosystem and the development of the physical delivery futures market, as well as Mr. Jonathan Lamport and Mr. Ray Wong for their amendments. For the first time, the National 15th Five-Year Plan explicitly proposes support for Hong Kong to build a commodity trading ecosystem. As commodity trading serves as a crucial pillar of the global trade and financial system, we will leverage Hong Kong's unique advantages of enjoying the support of our motherland and being closely connected to the world to construct an efficient and internationally competitive commodity trading ecosystem. This major initiative will not only inject entirely new high-value-added growth momentum into Hong Kong's financial, trading, shipping, and logistics industries, but it will also reflect Hong Kong's proactive alignment with the 15th Five-Year Plan, contributing our strength to further comprehensively deepening reform and advancing Chinese modernization. Today's motion, as mentioned by the members, covers many areas ranging from frontline operations such as trading, clearing, and physical delivery to back-end supporting facilities such as warehousing, logistics, tax concessions, and risk management. This involves the work of various government departments and bureaus. That's why Undersecretary for Development as well as Undersecretary for Transport and Logistics are also here to speak. Before they speak, I will share the government's work in these relevant areas. The Hong Kong SAR government is using the development of an international gold trading market as an entry point to construct a commodity trading ecosystem. Gold and precious metals possess the dual attributes of both commodities and financial instruments. The FSTB is actively promoting the expansion of gold storage capacity in Hong Kong by the Airport Authority and financial institutions, alongside the establishment of a Hong Kong Gold Central Clearing System to provide efficient and trustworthy clearing services for international standard gold trading. Building upon the consolidated strengths of our gold trading market, we will study the feasibility of progressively extending experience in related trading and warehousing facilities to other precious metals such as silver and other commodities, thereby progressively constructing a complete commodity industry chain. With the continuous advancement of RMB internationalization, the influence of renminbi in the commodity market has been steadily rising. The Shanghai Gold Exchange commissioned its first offshore delivery warehouse in Hong Kong in June 2025 and launched RMB-denominated gold contracts delivered in Hong Kong. In addition, Hong Kong Exchange and Clearing Limited has introduced RMB-denominated gold ETFs, while its subsidiary, the LME, the London Metal Exchange, the world's largest base metals exchange, allows the use of renminbi as margin. These developments help accelerate the pace of internationalization of renminbi, attract more relevant traders to expand their business here, and establish an ecosystem. To enhance the regulatory rules of the futures market and financial derivative system, the SAR government and regulatory bodies have implemented a number of reforms. The SFC is studying the extension of the investor identification regime to the exchange-traded derivatives market to strengthen market surveillance and protect investor interests. The SFEC has also conducted public consultation on amendments to the Financial Resources Rule to implement more appropriate capital requirements for gold, other commodities, and over-the-counter derivatives, thereby boosting market competitiveness. Concurrently, the SFC has relaxed position limits for major exchange-traded derivatives and optimized the interest rebate mechanism for cash collateral at clearinghouses. To further strengthen the top-level design of commodity policies, as a number of members have mentioned, the government established a commodity strategy committee led by the financial secretary, bringing together representatives from various bureaus, departments, and industry. The committee will conduct in-depth research on development opportunities for various major and emerging asset classes of commodity businesses in Hong Kong, optimize market mechanism and regulatory framework, construct an industry ecosystem, and explore mutual market access with the mainland market. On this basis, the committee will step up policy support and coordinate resource alignment for the development of the commodity trading market. Regarding logistics services for commodities, the Transport and Logistics Bureau spared no effort in supporting modern logistics development. For instance, the government has reserved 32 hectares of land in Hongshui-Kyu-Ha-Chu New Development Area to develop a modern logistics cluster, meeting the land demand for various modern logistics facilities, including commodity warehousing. Furthermore, as an international logistics hub, Hong Kong possesses advantages in experience, technology, and talent when it comes to handling high-value goods. Hong Kong's logistics industry has long had the experience and capacity to handle high-value commodities such as gold and precious metal, providing a strong anchor for Hong Kong's further development in commodity trading. In addition, the Development Bureau has also designated high-value-added modern logistics as a key industrial pillar during the planning process of the Northern Metropolis. When coordinating land use and other available related land resources in the Northern Metropolis, the Development Bureau and its departments have a clear division of labor regarding matters raised in the motion, such as the supply of warehousing land and the expansion of modern logistics facilities. This includes planning the required land, formulating land leases, and approving building plans. They will also coordinate with the FSTB and relevant departments such as Invest Hong Kong and Oasis to provide assistance to relevant enterprises. President, against the backdrop of rising geopolitical uncertainties, technological innovation, and green transition, the supply and demand dynamics of commodities are constantly shifting. Hong Kong needs to align effectively with the National 15th Five-Year Plan, as well as consolidate and enhance our advantage as an international financial center to respond to and seize market opportunities. Now, I will listen carefully to members, and I will respond further to their suggestions in my closing remarks. Thank you.
Mr. Sunny Tang. Thank you, Deputy President. The National 15th Five-Year Plan supports Hong Kong in building a commodity trading ecosystem. In the policy address as well as the budget, the government has been actively promoting this ecosystem. With geopolitical volatility, we see a high demand for commodities. Hong Kong is a safe haven, and we have to seize this opportunity to build ourselves into a trading hub. I have the following suggestions. First, we have to enhance infrastructure development so that we can upgrade our hardware for delivery trading. LME's storage network covers now 15 accredited storage. It occupies an area of 20,000 square feet. However, Hong Kong has to catch up. In Busan, the size is 520,000 square feet. In Malaysia, it's 360,000. And a lot of them are multi-story storage facilities. Taking into account Hong Kong's conditions, we have to enhance our infrastructure and storage capacity. We can make use of new development areas as well as the Northern Metropolis and build storage facilities for precious metals. We should make use of some AI as well as IoT technologies to enhance storage efficiency as well as security and safety. We know we do not have to replicate the same model adopted by other places. We need to leverage our advantages as an international financial center and build a commodity trading hub. It should cover crude oil, natural gas, as well as agricultural products. And we are lagging behind compared to neighboring places. To build a commodity trading hub, we do not only need storage, we need instead professional services as well as production. We need maritime insurance as well as arbitration and mediation. And that way we can build a competitive trading hub. I talked about LME, London Metal Exchange, and it's wholly owned by the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. We can make use of our tax concessions as well as land premiums to attract international commodity traders as well as storage operators to come to Hong Kong. Singapore's Global Trader Program provide a 5% profits tax rate, and in Dubai, there is a designated free trade zone that offers 0% profits tax rate for enterprises. Our half-rate tax concession is a good start. I hope that we can have flexible tax policies to attract overseas commodity traders so that they can make Hong Kong as their regional platform. Third, we need to enhance connectivity with the mainland. We need to make use of our strengths as an offshore RMB hub. We should have RMB-denominated financial products, including futures, options, as well as derivatives. The trading of SGE is huge. I hope that we can attract mainland commodity traders to come to Hong Kong so that they can use Hong Kong as a springboard to go global. Fourth, we have been promoting green fuel bunkering. We have been improving and enhancing our laws and regulations, including setting up a dedicated anchoring zone. We should have fuel storage facilities so that there are facilities for storage, transport, as well as trading of green fuel. We need to compete against time. I hope that in the 5-year plan for Hong Kong, we can enhance our competitiveness so that we can stand out in the world. I so submit.
Mr. Albert Chuang. Thank you, Deputy President. I speak in support of Mr. Tommy Chung's original motion and the other 2 amendments. China is a major commodity trading market. We have our country's strong backing. We are well connected with the world. We have a comprehensive and accessible transport network. We have vast potential for developing a commodity trading ecosystem. As long as we can seize upon these opportunities, we can enhance our status as an international financial center, and we can drive the development of logistics. In fact, 20 years ago, we were the largest commodity trading center in the world. In Asia, rather. Singapore was a rival, and it launched tax concessions, and it drew a lot of commodity traders out of Hong Kong. To this end, the government set up the Strategic Committee on Commodities last year, providing half-rate tax concessions, lowering the standard tax rate to 8.25%. It is expected to bring $4.6 billion of economic benefits. The current term government is very proactive. In addition to the profits tax half-rate concessions, LME London Metal Exchange Global Warehouse Network was also introduced, that is in relation to physical delivery. A clearing company has been set up, expediting the development of international gold trading. I'm going to make a few suggestions on enhancing a commodity trading ecosystem. One, we need to enrich the type of commodities. Currently, the types focused on gold and basic or base metals such as iron and so on. And for Hong Kong Gold Exchange, it focuses on silver and gold. I suggest that the government expand the range of products. Take agricultural products as an example. That covers coffee, beans, non-ferrous metals, and so on. Hong Kong has a rich coffee culture. We also have a global supply chain. We can develop ourselves into a major coffee trading center in Asia. We can also introduce coffee futures. Next, in relation to layout, we have warehouse facilities in the North Metropolis, and we need to enhance storage, logistics, certification, and so on. We have a total of 15 LME accredited warehouse in Hong Kong. The total storage stands at 25,000 tons of non-ferrous metals. It is expected that the figure will rise to 30,000 tons. However, it is still below the industry threshold of 200 to 300,000. I suggest that we work on this. As for logistics sites in Hung Shui Kiu Ha Chun, a total of 32 hectares. For industrial parks, a total of 23 hectares and 8 hectares are spade-ready sites. Hung Shui Kiu is just a bridge away from Shenzhen Bay Port. Cross-boundary logistics is convenient over there. The government should launch packages to attract commodity traders. We also need to enhance the transportation network. Before the project of spade-ready sites in the northern metropolis could be commissioned. I suggest we work with GBA cities to expand commodity storage facilities for commodities with the lower unit costs. They can be stored in GBA cities, and this will solve the pain point of Hong Kong having insufficient facilities. We can also draw reference from the Shanghai Gold Exchange policy last year. Under the principle of one country, two systems, we need to give full play to our institutional and regional strengths. We can attract special commodities with more import and export restrictions in the Chinese mainland and with higher unit costs. We can also provide exchange and settlement services. We need to attract international organizations to take part in renminbi-denominated commodities. Then we can once again become the largest commodity trading center in Asia. Thank you. Reverend Peter Cohen. Commodity pricing power has long been in the hands of Euro and the US. Recently, there have been geopolitical tensions. In theory, we need to have influence on commodity pricing power. We have this special condition. Among many types of commodities, gold, without doubt, is the most suitable commodity, strategically speaking. In fact, gold has long been a safe haven asset when it comes to multinationals and institutional investors. It is used as a risk hedging tool. If one wants to use gold as collateral for short-term financing, what one should be concerned about is not just the market price, but whether it is convenient for gold to be stored and whether bank will accept it as collateral. However, these are spread over different cities, and uncertainties will only mount. That is why, for physical delivery, storage, financing, collateral, risk hedging, Hong Kong should provide a one-stop service in relation to these areas. We are glad to hear that the Airport Authority Hong Kong is expanding gold storage to as much as 1,000 tons. This will meet the demand of the ever-increasing demand for warehouse network. However, we need to attract risk management and knowledge management to come to Hong Kong, and it is the overall procedure that matters. Gold trading used to be priced in US dollars, and if we are going to introduce renminbi-denominated products with the central money markets units and thousands of tons of warehouses facilities, we can reduce transaction costs. We can also enhance the renminbi's capability for asset allocation. When both parties in Asia do not have to rely on the price in London and New York and can draw reference from the price in Hong Kong, then naturally we will be able to secure international commodity pricing power. At the same time, we need to improve our soft power. The financial markets in the West can dominate this area because they rely on their powerful international trade associations to secure international pricing power. We have the staunch support of our country, and we also have strong physical demands. The government, together with the industry, need to form a World Gold Alliance. We need to lure producers of manufacturers and refineries of emerging markets to come to Hong Kong. then we can provide a trading platform. But on top of this, we will also become a core precious metal trading hub in Asia. When we can make this change in Asia, then we can also drive more demands for storage and management of warehouses. This way, we can add vitality to our economy. Then we can achieve a multiplier effect. Overall, when we want to foster a commodity trading ecosystem, it hinges on the development of Hong Kong as a futures market. This is a critical juncture for the transformation of the financial system in Hong Kong. If so, we can definitely become a core hub in Asia when it comes to gold pricing. Thank you, Dr. Thomas So. Thank you. I speak in support of the original motion and the other two amendments. The National 5-Year Plan explicitly supports the first times Hong Kong development into a commodity trading ecosystem. The government has already set up the Strategic Committee on Commodities led by the Financial Secretary. Professional legal services matter, and I'd like to speak on three main fronts. One, providing legal services for commodity trading market. Commodities are capital intensive. There are significant price fluctuations. Commodities involve professional know-how in different aspects. Compliance, vetting, financing arrangements, dispute resolution. There are a lot of demands for such legal services. In 2025 policy address, it supports the sector in setting up more approved warehouses, and it also mentions the provision of half-rate tax concessions for commodity traders. It also touches upon testing the use of technologies like electronic bills of lading and tokenized deposits in collaboration between the Hong Kong MA and the other organization. I suggest that we have standardized transaction contracts, and we also need to use electronic bills of lading. Only when we have legal services and market infrastructure will Hong Kong become a commodity trading hub with international credibility. We need to make good use of IOMED and the International Commercial Court. It has already finished and concluded the first settlement case in relation to maritime. I suggest that we need to create a dedicated roster of commodity mediators. With an international commercial court, this court can handle complicated international commercial disputes. We need to explore the approach of mediation first. If not, then we can proceed with litigation or arbitration. We need to enrich our talent pipeline in the legal sector. All mechanisms, however good they are, need talent to implement. I suggest that we focus on commodity trading and investment products. We need to develop professional accreditation courses for talent covering the drafting of commodity trading contracts, warehouses financing, legal affairs, and trade and compliance. There should also be internship programs, placement programs, exchanges, shadowing programs for talent to learn. We need to groom talent through these avenues. Overall, legal services, dispute resolution, and the grooming of talent are key to developing Hong Kong into an international global commodity trading system under the 15th Five-Year Plan. I so submit. Thank you, Deputy President.
Mr. Andrew Fan. Thank you, President. The 15th Five-Year Plan supports the promotion of commodities trading ecosystem in Hong Kong. This is a mission accorded to us by our country. And this is how we can consolidate our status as an international financial, logistics, and trading hub. I thank Mr. Tommy CHUNG for moving this motion. In fact, there are many different types of commodities. There is great demand for infrastructures and industrial ecosystem. That's why the government in 2024 policy address already talked about the promotion of commodities trading and promotion of Hong Kong to be a gold trading center. So I support the relevant strategies. President, the global gold market is experiencing changes unseen in a century. Given the heightened geopolitical tensions and the shaking up of U.S. credibility, many central banks have been diversifying their risk. This is a great opportunity for Hong Kong. According to the European Central Bank's data, as at the end of 2025, gold account for about 27% of the total official reserve that exceed U.S. bonds. Countries over the world, in order to enhance their security, have transferred the physical gold they store in UK and US to their own country or neutral places. This creates all the conditions for Hong Kong to build ourselves into an international gold reserve hub. Hong Kong has composite advantage in establishing a gold trading ecosystem. We have the support of our country. We are near two of the largest gold consumption markets, namely China and India. In 2024, these two countries consume half of the gold on the world. Apart from that, Hong Kong have a mature international financial system. We are the largest offshore renminbi market. We offer multi-currency settlement options for traders. Hong Kong adopt a common law system. We allow free flow of capital and goods. In 2012, the Hong Kong Exchange acquired the LME, and this sets the foundation for Hong Kong to become a commodities trading hub. In order for us to establish a commodity trading ecosystem in Hong Kong, I suggest that the government come up with a comprehensive set of policies that focus on the following areas. First, we have to focus on, first of all, infrastructure such as a warehouse, refinery, security facilities, such that in 3 years' time, we can have over 2,000 tons of physical gold in Hong Kong. Apart from expanding the vault in the airport, I think that we can increase the warehousing capacity for non-ferrous metals. Second, we have to improve our financial infrastructures. We have to make sure that the Hong Kong Gold Central Clearing System can be commissioned this year and that it can be connected to the Shanghai Gold Exchange. This is how we can build the most influential gold clearing system in Asia. Third, I support the Hong Kong EX in launching a gold futures exchange. I support the launching and rolling out of tokenized gold and gold ETF and products alike. Fourth, I think that we need to enhance the policy support for lowering the tax for commodities trader, and the tax for trading of carbon credits and sustainable aviation fuel can be lowered further. At the same time, we need to train talents on mines and precious metals. President, gold is the starting point for us to build a commodity trading ecosystem. When the market becomes mature, we can replicate the experience to commodities such as silver, non-ferrous metals, and other types of commodities. Hong Kong need to give full play to our unique advantage to dovetail with the country's dual carbon goals and the Belt and Road Initiative. And this is how we can build a commodities trading hub with a price-setting power. This will help us inject impetus into our economy and contribute to the industrial supply chain of our country. I so submit. Mr. Robert Lee. Thank you, President. I've declared interest. The company I serve is in the futures and commodities business. In the 15th five-year plan, it is said that the country supports Hong Kong in creating a commodity trading ecosystem. In the policy address, it is said that we are going to build a commodity trading center. Commodities and derivatives go hand in hand. The trading of commodities and futures are not just about speculation, it's also about hedging and arbitrage. All these coupled with physical delivery, we can become a risk management hub. Over the long run, our goal is to have a price-setting power for commodities and to become a leading trading hub for commodities. Hong Kong is the fifth largest goods trading economy, but if we calculate it based on the value of agreements, we rank outside of 15 in terms of futures market. So there is room for improvement for our futures market. I have a few suggestions for your reference. First of all, on promotion of our futures market and the gold market, the government plans to legislate to offer half-rate tax concessions for commodities traders, as well as eligible institutions that engage in gold trading and settlement in Hong Kong. I hope that members of the Hong Kong Gold Exchange can be included. At the same time, at the government level, I think that more activities, forums, seminars, talks should be organized to promote the development of futures and derivatives. We also need more plans to inject impetus into futures and derivatives trading. At the level of Hong Kong Exchange, we should deploy more manpower to promote the development of these fields. At the same time, we need to have better interaction with other futures exchange. Exchanges over the world have different mode of operation. Sometimes we can open and close a position within the same exchange. If we adopt such a practice, then we can attract more issuers to Hong Kong. At the same time, the government needs to establish an efficient settlement system. And we should establish a cross-product and cross-exchange margin system to enhance the capital efficiency of market players. I think that we can learn from the US and Japan. They have a cross-product margin system, and this is how we can offset the risk in the product mix. In US, such an arrangement can save 80% of the margin of investors. Every day, they create $1 billion of risk offset. This will increase the efficiency of capital usage. At the same time, we need to diversify the future and derivatives product. These are the views of the trade. Also, I think that we need to step up exchange with Shanghai Gold Exchange and other commodities exchange on the mainland. In terms of settlement rules, we can enhance our interaction. Now, in terms of market access and Wealth Connect, can we include commodities, funds that track commodities prices there? President, Through promotion of reform of future market, we can deepen the connection between Hong Kong and the mainland, and this is how we can contribute to our country's development and build a comprehensive commodity trading ecosystem. Professor William Wong. Thank you, Deputy President. In recent years, Hong Kong have been actively creating a commodity trading ecosystem. For example, Hong Kong has joined the LME Global Vault Network. We are enhancing the capacity of our warehouse and vault. In recent days, our Chief Executive, Mr. John Lee, led a delegation team to the Middle Asia and signed multiple trade agreements. In areas in Middle Asia, there are many rich mines that can promote the development of a commodities market. I think that we need to seize the opportunities to enhance our collaboration with the Middle Asia in terms of energy and mine resources. And also, I think that we need to support the construction of infrastructures and exchange channels. This is how we can dovetail with the 15th five-year plan. In our own five-year plan, we should set out our clear goals of internationalization of renminbi and provide a stable energy supply. I have the following suggestions. Physical market is the cornerstone to commodities trading. If we want to have a bigger say in terms of commodities trading, we need to have a comprehensive industry as well as facilities. I think that in the Northern Metropolis, we can establish a commodities industry park by leveraging on the strategic location of the metropolis. If we have a dedicated industrial park, then we can gather all the relevant facilities there that cover logistics, a warehouse, certification services, as well as up and downstream industries. This is how we can foster synergy. This will enhance our capacity in physical delivery and warehousing. It can also enhance the efficiency of distribution. I think that we can introduce digital ledger technology, promote smart logistics to enhance the traceability of products. We also need to enhance the transparency of trading. And this is how we can make our commodities market more credible. Also, I think that we need to establish an expert team that lead the establishment of a commodities industry park in the Northern Metropolis. This is to make sure that the industry park meets the needs of the trade and connect with the rest of the world. I think that the government should invite experts in the logistics, testing, and other areas to join the team so that we can plan for the infrastructures and operational model of the commodities industry park in the Northern Metropolis. This can make sure that the park meets the needs of the local industry and has Chinese characteristics. Third, we need to promote the internationalization of renminbi to promote commodities. I think that we need to work more closely with the Shanghai Gold Exchange and Shanghai International Energy Exchange Center. By collaborating with them, we should roll out more renminbi-denominated commodities, futures, and derivatives. And I think that we need to roll out stable coins and RWA related innovative digital platform. We should dovetail with the trading and financial infrastructures along the Belt and Road. We should use digital ledger technology to enhance transparency of trading, and this will lower transaction cost. By this, we can promote the usage and price setting power of renminbi in international commodities market. So submit.
Professor Michael Ngai. Thank you, Deputy President. I speak in support of Mr. Tommy Chung's motion. Currently, commodity pricing is dominated by New York and London. It's hard to shake the position of US dollar denomination. Our country remains passive. Against this backdrop, we have, with the advantages under one country, two system and the mature common law system, we should leverage our international regulatory rules and comprehensive infrastructure. And that's how we can strive for pricing power. We should have gold as well as non-ferrous metals prices set in Hong Kong so that we can promote RMB as the mainstream denomination currency. We can do the following. One, we can leverage RMB denominated futures product. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange plans to reactivate gold futures, and that's how we can strive for a better say. We can promote RMB as well as US dollar quotation on a dual basis so that we can expand application scenario of offshore RMB investment. Then we can transform RMB into a currency for both quotation and settlement. Also, we should respond to the needs in the mainland to better reflect the pricing benchmark. Also, we should enrich RMB-denominated gold products, including RMB-denominated gold ETF, structural wealth management tools, as well as pension investment tools. Also, we have to build a complete chain. We need a closed-looped mechanism. Commodity trading requires storage, clearing, and dispute resolution mechanism. In terms of expanding storage capacity, our goal is that within 3 years' time, we can store over 2,000 tons of gold in storage. This is encouraging. We have to break away from the obstacles. We should build a gold central clearing system like the Shanghai Metal Exchange. In terms of liquidity, we need to roll out RMB offshore financing and cross-boundary loan taking mechanism that covers procurement, transport, as well as insurance. In terms of our laws, we can work with the IOMED to set up a register of mediators and arbitrators that deal with commodity trading. And that way, we can outperform New York and London. Also, we should cover all kinds of strategic commodities, and we can then build an RMB denomination system. When the market becomes mature, we should extend the RMB settlement system to non-ferrous metal as well as mineral stones. That way, Hong Kong can be the coordination hub in the world. We should also ride on the trend of digitalization. We have implemented the virtual asset regulatory regime, so we should explore tokenization of gold and commodity traders so that we can build and achieve cross-boundary settlement. Fourth, we should make use of our tax policies. At the tax level, we should roll out profits tax concession for commodity traders to lower traders' costs. This is to attract global enterprises to set up headquarters in Hong Kong. In terms of connectivity, we should enhance the connectivity between the mainland and Hong Kong. In the past, there were obstacles in building Hong Kong's gold and futures market. Today, things are different. We can upgrade our law as well as tax policies to build Hong Kong into a safe haven. We can seize the opportunity to build ourselves into a gold trading hub. We can be a strategic point. I so submit. Thank you. Mr. Rock Chan. Deputy President, I speak in support of Mr. Tommy Chung's motion. The National 15th Five-Year Plan outline states that it supports Hong Kong in building a commodity trading hub. Geopolitical situation is complicated, and the international monetary system is restructuring. Against this backdrop, with our country's support, we can enhance our status as an international financial center. We can also be a critical hub to uphold our country's resources and safety. To dovetail with the National 15th Five-Year Plan, we must abide by the market-oriented and scientific-based system to promote commodity trading as well as delivery futures market. I have the following 4 suggestions. First, we have to study enhancing gold storage as well as trading market. In the policy address, our government proposed to, within 3 years' time, expand gold storage into 2,000 tons. We should step up our work. We also have to speed up building the gold clearing system. We should explore working with Shanghai Gold Exchange so that we can complement each other and build ourselves into a local overseas dual platform. Then that during Asian time, we can have better pricing power on gold trading. Also, we should extend this into non-ferrous metal. In 2025, the London Metal Exchange approved Hong Kong as a designated storage point. Currently, there are 15 such storage points in the world, storing 24,000 tons of non-ferrous metal. We should, on this basis, continue to approve new licenses so that international refineries with large scale and experience can come to Hong Kong. Then we can connect up mid and downstream sectors. But then we can also promote new material and commodity trading. Then Hong Kong can become Asia Pacific's as well as world's biggest commodity trading and physical delivery futures market. We can also become a high value added supply chain service center. Third, we should build our multimodal transport network. To build ourselves into a commodity trading hub, we need a strong logistic support measures. We should facilitate customs clearance at the cross-boundary crossing of the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. We should also make planning in the northern metropolis and coordinate expansion of storage facilities. In the northern metropolis, we can reserve space for heavy logistics as well as bonded storage facilities to attract more commodity traders to come to Hong Kong. Lastly, we need a mechanism for protection. There should be a cross-departmental coordination mechanism which comprises of the FSTB and the TLB. And these two bureaus, together with the logistics sectors and financial institutions and relevant trade associations, should work together to provide policy support and resource support for the market. Commodity trading is a new blue ocean of commodity trading and physical delivery. We should seize the opportunity brought by the National 15th Five-Year Plan. We should be proactive in building ourselves into a pearl of commodity trading. I so submit. I speak in support of the motion and the amendments. Mr. Chen Pui-leung. Thank you, Deputy President. Our country is the largest commodity consumption country in the world, but prices are fixed in the West, and therefore we have been passive. The National 15th Five-Year Plan states that Hong Kong should build itself into a commodity trading hub. This is the role given by the central government in the global financial center. This is also a role given by our country so that we can serve as a hub for high-quality development. We should promote gold trading. Gold, because of its unique and nature as well as scarcity, and against the backdrop of complicated geopolitical situation, gold has become more important. We should expand gold storage capacity in Hong Kong and as well as the supply so that we can enrich the investment tools. We should deepen collaboration with the Greater Bay Area. I believe that the gold central clearing system will be rolled out within this year. Building a commodity trading hub can lower our reliance on the West, and there can be more RMB denominated products. Also, to ensure national safety and resource safety, and to respond to the need for AI as well as autonomous driving technologies, we should build this ecosystem. That way, we can also enhance our status as an international financial and shipping center as well as trading center. A mature commodity ecosystem should cover a complete supply chain, which covers upstream, which is mining, and midstream, storage, and downstream delivery as well as facilities. Also, we have to manage risks and provide dispute resolution services and arbitration service. We should explore how the insurance sector can seize the opportunities to better serve the trading ecosystem. The government's goal is to enhance gold trading, gold capacity to 2,000 tons. Currently, the European and the US market dominates the risk hatching market. In order to respond to the situation, our insurance sector needs to upgrade and transform itself. Through developing professional insurance products, we can provide protection for commodity traders as well as storage operators, which include risk management. We should also tie in with government's effort in building physical storage centers to become a risk management as well as price fixing center. We should leverage high value added insurance products such as marine insurance trading products and link them up with procurement as well as financing of commodity trading. This is to ensure risks can be hedged. We should also prevent bad debt risks and cope with any unforeseen risks such as climate change as well as complex geopolitical volatility through these insurance products. We see a shortage of talent in the meantime. The FS is leading the Strategic Committee on Commodity, and the government is formulating a 5-year plan for Hong Kong. We should make commodity trading hub as our goal. In terms of top-level design, we should bring in relevant expertise and talent. We should also attract multinational corporations to set up captive insurer companies in Hong Kong so that we can better manage commodity trading risks as well as logistics risks. I so submit I speak in support of the motion and amendments.
Mr. Andrew Yao, thank you. The National 15th Five-Year Plan explicitly supports Hong Kong's development into a commodity trading ecosystem. This is a golden window for Hong Kong to upgrade and transform. In order to enhance our competitiveness, I have 4 suggestions. 1. We need to remove red tape in relation to land for commodities. There are rigorous load-bearing requirements for warehouse facilities. We are lagging behind Korea, Malaysia, Singapore, and so on. They have about 200,000 to 300,000 of storage space. The space in Hong Kong is now concentrated in Yuen Long, West Kowloon, and Tsing Yi. It's not easy to relax land use restrictions. Land lease restrictions need to be relaxed, and we need to give full play to the opportunities in the Northern Metropolis. We need to set aside land in Hung Shui Kiu and set aside land of vast development potential. At the same time, we can explore the use of innovative technologies such as blockchain and Internet of Things (IoT) to break physical barriers. We also need to attract relevant enterprises to come to Hong Kong to establish a presence, such as setting up their headquarters or branches. I'm glad to hear about the half-rate profit tax concessions as mentioned by the government. Recently, Malaysia and government are providing either 5% or 3% concessionary tax in relation to profit tax. We need to catch up. We need to be efficient, and we also need to focus on digitalization and privatization. We need to improve our customs clearance arrangements. Hong Kong has limited land, but we have the 9 cities in the GBA as our strong backing. We need to work closely with Shenzhen, Zhuhai, and Guangzhou. We need to foster a corridor of commodities. Lastly, I'd like to speak on gold. We need to promote the connection regarding commodities using gold. We need to introduce a gold connection mechanism that is similar to Shanghai-Hong Kong Connect. At the same time, we need to allow gold traders from the Chinese mainland to engage in transactions in renminbi directly in Hong Kong. They should also be allowed to store gold in Hong Kong. The creation of a commodity trading ecosystem will help us cement our status as an international financial center. We definitely have the conditions to become the largest commodity trading ecosystem around the world. Thank you. I so submit. Mr. Hong come in. Thank you, Deputy President. The National 15th Five-Year Plan explicitly supports Hong Kong's development into a commodity trading ecosystem. In order for Hong Kong to seize upon these opportunities, we need to make good use of the power of our country in order to climb higher. We need to seize the opportunities brought about by the first 5-year plan of Hong Kong. We need to make good use of synergy and fully develop Hong Kong into the largest commodity trading center as well as the physical delivery futures hub around the world. Hong Kong has important history when it comes to gold trading. We have 15 warehouses accredited by the London Metal Exchange. We have Hong Kong Precious Metal Central Clearing Companies, which was set up in January this year. It will pilot its operation. Within 3 years, gold storage will be expanded into 2,000 tons. CPAL in Dubai will continue to monitor gold premiums. The Middle East, Dubai, Belt and Road Initiative, we need to connect with each other. This is exactly how we can make further enhancements. I have 3 suggestions. 1, we need to develop the International Precious Metal Center. We need to coordinate the Northern Metropolis. We need to develop Gold Storage Center. In the Northern Metropolis, we need to have a high security warehouse. This will meet our demand for precious metal. We also need to lure international refineries to set up presence in Hong Kong. After the central clearing system for gold is commissioned, we need to proactively develop renminbi-denominated gold futures and trading tools. We need to secure our influence in commodity pricing power in Asia. At the same time, we need to attract leading enterprises to come to Hong Kong. We need to vie for support from The Central People's Government, we need to attract enterprises to come to Hong Kong to set up an overseas headquarters. We also need to promote the interface between Hong Kong and the Chinese mainland when it comes to legal systems. We also should set up a central clearing system when it comes to offshore renminbi. We need to widen the application of renminbi in transactions. This way, we can expedite the process of renminbi internationalization. We can also model on the Dongguan mode and set up in Zhuhai a hub. We need to make this happen in area along the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. There should be a one-stop shop including inspections and clearance in Zhuhai. And then, through the bridge, these goods can arrive at the Hong Kong International Airport or ports. This will resolve the issue that is the bottleneck when it comes to goods entreport. Then we can attract goods from different areas. This will further enhance our role. Overall, the construction of a commodity trading ecosystem is our national strategy. Financial, physical, economy integration. This is a measure. This is also an indicator. Finance, logistics. We need to secure international commodity pricing power, and we need to radiate even greater radiance in the world. Thank you. Captain Lam. Thank you. I support Mr. Tommy Chung's motion on the construction of a commodity trading ecosystem and the physical delivery futures market. I support the amendments. Commodities account for about 50 to 60% of all goods in Hong Kong. This will drive logistics, port business, storage, logistics, high-end professional services, and so on. This will enhance our status as an international financial center. I need to declare the companies I work for will benefit from the construction of a commodity trading ecosystem. However, this ecosystem will bring sustainable and significant opportunities and benefits to Hong Kong as a whole, not just benefiting a couple of different industries. If Hong Kong can make good use of this opportunity and combine our strengths in different areas such as finance, shipping, trading, internationalization, professional services, then definitely we can construct a commodity trading ecosystem in Asia, and definitely we can serve our country, which is the world's largest producer and consumer of non-ferrous metals. Regarding the fostering of a commodity trading ecosystem, how will it help Hong Kong? The Hong Kong government will provide eligible traders with half-rate profit tax concessions. The Inland Revenue Ordinance will also be amended. Over 75% of the businesses conducted in Hong Kong will be eligible for concessions. A certain proportion of expenditure will be required, such as ship leasing, ship management, repair and maintenance, and so on. They also need to choose Hong Kong as a maritime dispute resolution base. If we do not have sufficient hardware, definitely we cannot make enhancements in different areas. We need to use precious metals as a starting point. For instance, we need to construct a warehouse at the Hong Kong International Airport. So why don't we provide a warehouse for commodities when it comes to the ports in Hong Kong? Take Greenfield as an example. We do not have concessions nor do we have warehouses in the waters of Hong Kong for greenfield bunkering. This will increase the transportation costs. This is also an obstacle. Regarding futures and spots in Hong Kong, well, the offshore delivery vault only started operation in 2025. We have international testing insurance services, but then we lack expansive storage facilities. That is why we need to work with the GBA to achieve synergy. Commodities give rise to a lot of different derivatives. Financial derivatives have become geopolitical risk aversion tools. I mentioned the financing trading model of real-world asset, but recently carbon credit, ETF, corporate ESG, they can also become a commodity pricing products. We need to make good use of the opportunity to create a commodity trading ecosystem to expedite the financial development of the shipping industry. We need to ensure the safety and security of supply chains. Geopolitical tensions are mounting. There are geopolitical uncertainties around the world. For Hong Kong to create a commodity trading ecosystem, this carries significance and we need to incorporate it into our inaugural 5-year plan. We need to integrate into our nation as soon as possible. Thank you. As there is not enough time for us to finish this motion debate, the Council is adjourned and will be resumed at 9 a.m. tomorrow.